we was at an event and he was just like, yo, we gotta work together. But the funny thing is, I always knew he rapped, but I never heard him rap before. I just always thought he was probably one of them characters that just thought he was so cool he didn't have to rap. Like, you know, some people be like, oh, I ain't got it right now. I'm chilling right now. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for this. But then when I actually went to the studio with him, then it was just like, yo, he really could rap. And this specific moment, we went to a BBC party. It was like a hotel party, and we was all just chilling, and somebody had a camera, and then that's when we start ciphering. And then Rocky started killing me. Like, I wasn't prepared, because I didn't know how well he could rap. So he just started going in. I ran out of raps. And he just kept going. He just like stole the show. And I'm like, yo, nah, this dude can rap. My father was a designer and a graphic designer as well. He did clothes, and he did logos and things for record labels. And he did Heavy D's logo. He did Andre Harrell's logo. He did Puffy's logo as well. And he worked with a bunch of guys like just everybody from Loon to Rough Riders to everybody in the hip hop game. Teddy Riley. I met Puffy a few times. I met Heavy D once at like this Thanksgiving drive thing where he was giving away turkeys. I didn't even know who Puffy was. He just had like this big mink coat on with glasses. To me, he just looked like a furry monster. And I was a little kid. My pops was like, you don't know who this is? And I was like, nah. He was like, you know, Puff Daddy. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I met Andre Harrell at Russell Simmons' house like a long time ago. And he was like, yeah, I used to be good friends with your pops. I was into art, period. You know, I went to art and design high school. I studied fine arts and like abstract and all types of different arts as well as fashion. I just took to clothes a little bit more because it's something that you go wear to express yourself every day. And I was just more fond of creating art through clothes. Along the lines, I was painting on canvas and doing art shows. But I was just always an all-around artist. Like, I always like to work on like several different projects at one time, whether it's music, fashion, and art. You know, I feel like everything you have to work on cohesive to kind of get a feel for the next thing that you're doing. Cocaine Castle is a really, I don't think it's abstract, but I just think it's image-based, because Jungle Fever inspired that song. One scene where these people were like in this crack house, and it was like so big they called it the Taj Mahal. I called it the Cocaine Castle because it was just a huge place where everybody went to smoke crack and do drugs. And that just inspired me to write this whole song about it. And I just wanted to write something that was true and real. Like walking down the street, you might see crack vials, and you know, it's a little bit better now due to like all you know, people moving in and putting more businesses in the community. But you know, back then you always hearing gunshots at picnics and cookouts and things like that. And it was like you really lived the movie. And for me to be here to speak about it is a blessing, because there's a lot of people I grew up with that's not here today. A lot of kids from my neighborhood, you know, that's all they seen was those blocks and those corners all their life. They never really seen, like, they never went to industry parties. Like, I used to sneak in industry parties when I was like 15 years old just to see something different. I wanted to bag a model chick, or like, you know what I'm saying? Wanted to bring them back to the neighborhood to say, look who I got. But they wasn't that advanced. But for them to see, like, you know, one of their own, somebody that come from the dirt in the bottom just like them can make it, I could do it as well. And that's what I want to show them. Old Hype Williams videos. I love all his old, the Missy and the Buster videos. And even what he did with Beautiful Dark Fantasy, like Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, is dope. I love Hype Williams' work. At the end of the day, it's not really Rocky's place to even talk on that subject, you know. So he just put my album on blast, and I ain't mad at it. Trap Lord of Stores right now, I respected that. Yeah, definitely. I always want to be better and push for higher things, and I have high expectations for myself. I'm my worst critic. And I always know I could be better. Like, I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be a millionaire when I was 18 years old, like Jermaine Dupri. I read an article on him. He had Criss Cross as his first artist, and he made $1 million by 18, and I wanted to do the same thing. I didn't achieve that, so I felt like I was way past due. So when a lot of people ask me, like, oh, like, do you think, did you think you was gonna get this far? And I was like, man, I should have been made it here, like, a long time ago. Listen. Rocky don't listen to nobody. Rocky listens to Pretty Flacco, and Pretty Flacco talks to Flacco Jody, and Flacco Jody conjugates with a bunch of other people that goes on in Rocky's mind. Rocky just listens to himself. John Paul Gord, he did like a lot of the creative direction for Grace Jones. And, like, he's the one who like painted her blue, like on her album cover, and like gave her that blue-black look, made her like the icon she is. You know, like the whole like installations that she had on her stage, all of that stuff.
What did you take from that?
Just being innovative and being yourself. Like, he couldn't be nobody but himself, and it showed in his work.